I had to see Mr. President, first of all, to commend him for the statement he issued when I was attacked. It was quite consoling, and his directive that a thorough investigation be done and the criminal elements fished out. I think it was important. And I received that as quite consoling. And I'm aware that the security challenges in our country today is not about president. It's not about we governors. It's about every citizen of this country. So we must work together to surmount this. We cannot continue in this manner. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law. That is why, for some of us, you would see that I have not done anything illegal, including the prohibition of open grazing law, which my people told me to present to the House of Assembly, and eventually we signed it into law. That law is not targeted against any ethnic group. It's not targeted against any individual or group of people, but it's meant to regulate the activities of herdsmen and farmers. And I think we have very good stories to talk about this. Today in Benue State, those who trespass against this law, who are herders, are arrested, their cattle impounded, and they are prosecuted, and they pay fines for those cattle. And those who rustle cattle from herdsmen, we go after them. So nobody is spared. And it's not about ethnicity. And so even the people in Benue State, Idomative and other ethnic groups, are also being prosecuted when they contravene the provisions of the law. And so I'm here today to also brief Mr. President about my internal security problem. You all know that when Ghana was killed, we envisage that some other group will spring up. That is what we are witnessing today. As I talk to you today, those who took over from Ghana are busy terrorizing the state. This is the internal problems we have, apart from the communal clashes and minor crises amongst the people themselves because of land matters. Most especially, all the communal issues that we're having today is as a result of land. But our security council in Benue State is very strong. We have extended it to the local government and ward level. And I think that by the grace of God, we'll be able to overcome that aspect too. I have recommendations to make, and also to let Nigerians know, especially those who are responsible for making inflammatory statement. We are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Everybody is not in doubt in Nigeria today about the security situation. And without security, there can be no meaningful progress going on. And so it is important to put heads together. Do the things that are lawful. Let us protect the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria so that everybody will be secured. Let there be equity, fairness, and justice. That is what I stand for. That is what I'm fighting. And I believe that as my president, I do not want to talk about the recommendations I've done, but I have been able to recommend some measures, and most of them he agrees with, that nobody should be a sacred cow. If people are found wanting, they should be prosecuted. The police should prosecute them. And I think this is what is good. And the other time, he also gave an order for all those carrying AK-47, irrespective of where you come from, you should be shot at sight. And I think that is welcoming and is the best thing to do in a situation like this. And the order to also for the immigration and other security agencies to protect our borders. I think all these are commended. So it's not just enough to say that one criticizes the policies of federal government or the president, but when he does a thing that is good, it is our responsibility to team up with him to ensure that that is done. Because it is when we are peaceful, when we have security, that we can talk about even tomorrow. I want to also appeal to Nigerians. 2023, yes, to a politician is not far, but it's still a long way. If we secure our country and everything is working fine, then we can talk about 2023. But the way things are going, if we don't secure the country, there is no way we can be talking about 2023. That is why I've always dismissed people who come to me to say that you will contest this, you will contest that. For me, I want us as leaders of this country, we have taken oath of office, let us abide by those things we have said and work together as a team. Leave politics aside. Leave ethnicity aside, but secure the country Nigeria. We have no other country other than Nigeria we live. Today, we cannot go to Cameroon or Senegal or any other place and claim the responsibility. So my appeal to everyone is to ensure that we work together. And security matters are not just for the security agencies alone. We, as people who are being led, we have a responsibility. We who are leaders, we have a responsibility. It is only when we team up together that we'll be able to surmount this challenge. But I think that there shouldn't be room for people who are creating problems for us. We have a constitution, we have laws of the land. If people are found wanting, they should be cautioned, they should be arrested, they should be prosecuted, and let the right thing be done. I want to advise, like I said earlier, Mr. President did advise when he was condemning the attack on me and pleaded with Nigerians that they should not politicize this matter. I want to appeal, I want to beg everyone that we should not politicize the issue of attempted assassination on myself. If a governor is attacked, then it is an attack on all. And I appreciate my colleagues, the governors, irrespective of party affiliation, the chairman of our governors forum, the chairman of Northern Governors Forum, the chairman of Southern Governors Forum, the chairman of PDP Governors Forum, the chairman of APC Governors Forum, all of them, by way of call or text messages or press statement, they have communicated to me condemning this matter. That is how we work. We should know when to play politics. And we should know when to team up together to work as a team to salvage the country. That is what I'm saying. Those who are saying that, what benefit do I have to come out and say that I was attacked when it was false? My security agencies, not all of them are from Benue State. You have Fulani people there, you have Hausa, you have Yoruba, you have Igbos who are amongst my security personnel with me, and were with me on that day. So what benefit do I have to gain by stage managing an attack on me? And so I leave those people I see as mockery, trying to mock me, but I pray that what happened to me should not happen to any other person. Because the truth of the matter is that we know what is going on around our country. We know that there are AK-47 everywhere, from north, east, south, and west. And so people are there. But it is amazing, even when Funam came out and even took responsibility, that they were responsible for the attempted murder on me, and some people are still trying to doubt that. I find it difficult to explain, but I leave that to God. When Meati Allah went to Yola and said that I am their problem, and underneath, they had planned to do whatever they want against me, because it was just last week they had a press conference and came out to say that I am their problem, and that the law prohibiting open grazing in Benue State should be repealed. How can I repeal? It is beyond me. It is not Ortom. It is about Benue State and the Benue people. I didn't just sit down and wrote and signed the law. It went through due process. Everybody was invited when we presented the executive bill to the House of Assembly to also ensure that there is fair play. There was public hearing in 3 designated places, but we insisted that let there be the 4th one in Makurdi. So we did public hearing in 4 places, and it was unanimous that that law be done, meant to regulate the activities of herdsmen and farmers so that there is no conflict. And so far, we have done very well. The law have arrested more than 500 people. More than 200 people were prosecuted and convicted. More than 13,000 heads of cattle were arrested, and the fines were paid, and they were released. And we have no problem with killing anybody. Anyhow, in Benue State, we have told our people to ensure that they maintain rule of law, and that is what is going on. Well, that is the same politics I'm talking about. There is nothing of that nature. I have no issue of land grabbing anywhere in Benue State. When I went there, the community, the entire community were with me. Those who took me there, they took me there, and they too had to run for their dear life. So I don't know where that one is coming. But let me say this. When people came out and took responsibility for the attack, and people are talking about other stories, I don't understand. It doesn't add up at all. I have people who have threatened my life, and I have reported them to security agencies. And I believe that the security agencies will apprehend them and prosecute them. It's not even, I have no land issue with anyone whatsoever. I've reported them to the police and security agencies, and currently they are going after them. Once they get them, they will have to explain why they are asking for my head. I have not done anything illegal as far as I'm concerned. As governor, I represent the people. The people encouraged me to send an executive bill to the House of Assembly to enact a law, which we did, and I signed it into law, and I'm implementing it. And so anybody who trespasses on this law knows that they have committed offense. So this is the whole thing. So for me, I am law-abiding, and that is one of the things that I am saying, that those people who think that they own this country should be apprehended and prosecuted. Otherwise, we begin to think that they are sacred cows. Mietiala, Funam, and all those ones, they are responsible creating problems all over the place by what they say. And that is what I'm advising, that look, we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder in this country. Instead of adding petrol to an existing fire, it is not good enough. It is not a good thing to begin to plan against people who are legitimately doing the right thing. What offense have I committed? By ensuring that we maintain the rule of law. Democracy is anchored on the rule of law. So when people come out and are insisting that they will not respect the rule of law, and you want me to keep quiet, I will not. But I won't take laws into my hands. That is one thing. Because I love this country, I've been privileged to serve in various capacities, and for whatever reason, I should do the things that will coordinate and unite this country together. And what I'm doing is to ensure justice, equity, and fairness. And I challenge anyone in this country to come out and point out to me that what I have done in Benue State is wrong, and prove to me. If your argument is superior, I'm ready to join you to find ways of changing whatever we have put in place. Because I know that I'm a human being, I'm subject to mistake. And so, but as long as I remain as governor, I will continue to prosecute the agenda of the rule of law. The oath of office I have taken, I have to abide by it, and there is no going back.